Shalom. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem, Rakakodash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to say peace, mercy, and blessings to all the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means he exists or he is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means his deliverer. We are the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, blacks, African Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, etc. We're those people that make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel, the self-proclaimed white man, Caucasian, European. They are Esau, Edom, Idumea, also called Mount Seir, and the devil and Satan, amongst other titles in the Holy Bible. And according to Bible prophecy, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. All right. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means he exists or he is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means he is the deliverer. Okay. And I don't really have any lesson plan or anything like that. Pretty much just going with the spirit. I found a couple articles, so I'm going to bring them out through the spirit and bring out some precepts, and I pray that this be edifying. All right, so this is from End Time Headlines, and as you can see, Moab, the bear, and Persia, all right, unite in denouncing U.S. sanctions. As the 47, all right, the last Trump, and I'm speaking in code, but you can read, all right, prepares for a second term, a formidable geopolitical alliance is emerging to counter his administration's foreign policy ambitions. On 3/14/2025, reports surfaced that Moab and the Bear have publicly aligned themselves with Persia, denouncing the whore's sanctions, okay, and expressing support for Tehran's efforts to revive the 2015 nuclear deal, formerly known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, all right, which the 47 famously abandoned in 2018. So the whore is dead set against Persia getting its hand on nuclear weapons because it knows Amalek, the least of the flock, will be attacked, and it knows there's a very high potential that they will be attacked. Okay, but that's not going to stop these once nations that were once weak. They're now forming alliances amongst themselves, all right, to combat a common threat, a common enemy, all right. This is the book of Joel. I'm going to jump down to verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." So Yahweh Shem Yahushai is waking up the men of war from these other nations. Okay, he's stirring them up. He's putting that spirit in them. All right, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So that's exactly what these nations are doing. All right, and the way that they're beating their plowshares into swords and their pruning hooks into spears is putting their money, they're forming alliances and they're putting their money into the military, technology, drones, intercontinental ballistic missiles, all right, different defense systems, all right, espionage, and all that to ultimately to combat themselves or to protect themselves from the onslaught of the West. Because one thing I noticed, I was watching the, I believe it was Trump was speaking. It was on InfoWars. And one thing I noticed that he said during Sleepy Creepy's presidency, all right, Persia got like $4 billion richer over the course of those 4 years because of the oil that they possess, all right? So another reason, another angle, another aspect, all right, of why Esau would like to get over his foot in Persia is for that oil, because we know, going to the blessing One of the blessings, well, part of the blessing, excuse me, that Isaac gave to Esau was to live by the sword. All right. This is Genesis 27 and verse 39. I'm going to get right to the point. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. Now, when it says the fatness of the earth, it means just that. They got the best of the land. All right, the neighborhoods, the rural areas, the houses, the apartments in the city. Okay, Esau has the best of that shit. Even amongst foreign nations, the way you wouldn't expect, Esau is running shit over there, man. All right, and the dew of heaven from above. He now has a space station, different satellites, fighter jets, airplanes, things of that nature, direct energy weapons, right? So you look into this word fatness, right?
Strong's H 4924. Mishman. Mishman. Second entry. Shemanim. Shemanim.
Right, the Hebrew word there, the Paleo Hebrew word there, shaman, which means oil. Okay, if you look at number 2, oil, olive oil. Look at the second entry for number 2, fertile spots or places. Okay. 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live. There's a philosopher, a Roman philosopher, I believe, by the name of Cato the Elder. Okay, and I read this in the book, The Roman Empire of the Edomites by William Beeston. All right, and the quote said, "War is the business of the Romans." And we know when you go back to the ancient Roman Empire, those pagan Caesars, all right, the 12, Titus, Claudius, Caligula, all right, they were all Edomites. And how was the Roman Empire living? By the sword, through warfare. How is the modern day Roman Empire living? Through conquest, sword, warfare, putting sanctions on other nations, setting in economic hitmen, setting up puppets, leaders amongst these other nations, stripping them of their natural resources, right? And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break the yoke from off his neck. Now, when you go back to the time of David, all right, the house of David, which there's a series called The House of David, you know, that's a bad show. You can check it out on Amazon Prime. It's a good watch. During the time of David, you know, during the time of David's reign, he put the whole Esau under subjection and put barracks in their land. You know, but later down the line, in the succession of kings, after the kingdom split between Jeroboam and Rehoboam, all right, one of the kings, it says Esau revolted unto Judah unto this day. You know? So, back in Joel 3, right? Joel 3 and 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. These nations were once weak, okay? They were once weak. They wouldn't dare lift a finger, all right? They wouldn't dare wag their tongue against the West. But now they're doing so. Why? Because they have the allies and they have the weaponry, all right? Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause the mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Let the heathen be wakened. That means incited to violence, roused up for war, right? And come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? And the Hebrew word there, or the Lashawan Kodash, is Yahweh Shaphat, which means the Most High's judgment. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, all right? For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about, because ultimately all roads lead to the mark of the beast, the rice device, all right? All roads lead to the World War III in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Even Trump said, he said, there are some prophets that say the world will end in the Middle East, roughly paraphrasing, okay? So this is major news. back in the article, it says this development signals a unified front against last Trump's plans to renegotiate a tougher nuclear agreement with Persia, posing a significant challenge to his diplomatic strategy. The Bloomberg report from March 14 highlighted that both Beijing and Moscow have criticized the U.S. for its unilateral sanctions on Persia, arguing that they undermine international stability. That goes into the West being the hammer of the earth. Okay, the whore being the hammer of the earth, pressing other nations. All right, ruling with an iron fist. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. And verse 22, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction, even inside Babylon the Great. There's uproars of the people, protests. All right, the recent one, they just stormed the Trump Tower a couple days ago. 23, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? What do you do with a hammer? You break things, you smash shit up, right? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, right? Because Persia is the ultimate snare, all right? Because what do they think they're going to do? They're going to go into Gaza, turn it into Riviera of the Middle East. But once they try to go into Persia, or however that's going to, most sides going to allow it to play out, you know, Gog and Magog is going to be backing up. It's going to be supporting Persia. So it's not just going to be a war with Persia, because the Bears going to get involved too, and then Moab's going to get involved. It's going to be a world war. So that's a snare. All right. And ultimately it says the least of the flock shall draw them out, because you got Amalek over there wilding too. All right. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. And thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakakodash, had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation, which is those nuclear missiles, the arrows, right? For this is the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Okay? So it's prophesied that this place will be utterly destroyed. All right? And we're seeing how these nations are forming alliances. We're seeing how the tensions is building up, even between the whore and her allies. You know, you got the perfect guy in there, the perfect asshole to piss everybody off, right? It says China and Russia, key players in the original JCPOA alongside the US, UK, France, and Germany, have long maintained that the deal was a balanced compromise, curtailing Persia's nuclear activities in exchange for sanctions relief. Trump's withdrawal from the agreement during his first term, followed by his maximum pressure campaign of intensified sanctions, drove Persia to accelerate its nuclear program, a move that alarmed the international community. Now, with Trump back in office and pushing for a new deal, China and Russia appear determined to bolster Persia's position rather than acquiesce to Washington's demands. All right, and I believe Trump sent a letter to the leader over there. All right, president, if you will, and he said we're not trying to make any deals with you, because you're just trying to assert dominance over us. You know, so these nations, man, that's the weak Sam, I'm strong, and they're tired of Esau's shit. You know, I had a couple more lessons, but I may just do a separate video on those. All right, and Spirit just got me sticking with this one. And this is Ezekiel 38. All right, and the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus said Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, right? So meaning the Most High is in control. The Most High is the king's heart, you know, is in the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know. This is Proverbs 21 verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Right? So the Most High's plan on the minds of these different leaders, you know, like a chess game, to make certain moves to get themselves in position, you know. And I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. And they're going to be strapped, armed to the teeth with all sorts of advanced modern warfare weaponry, advanced nuclear weaponry, right? Persia, which that name was changed, all right, in 1935, the name Persia was changed to Iran, okay? So when you look at Persia, when you look at Iran in the news, replace that name with Persia, okay? Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So they all gonna be strapped, right? Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, the North Quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Says many people with thee. So that explains China being up in there. All right, we know Togarmah is talking about Turkey. They're gonna get involved too. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself and all thy company that assemble unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. All right. So the bear is acting as a protector, a big brother, if you will, a guard unto these nations that were once being bullied, all right, by the hammer of the earth. Now they're getting ready to jump the whore. All right. It's written, the whore's own allies. The whore's own allies are going to turn against her, man. Right? This is Mark 13, verse 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end is not yet. So we're hearing about, you know, World War III in the news, you know, this and that. But you shouldn't let it trouble you, because ultimately it's a good sign that Yahweh is that much closer. All right? For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. All right, with that, I'm going to end it for time's sake. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakagodash. Okay, I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. I want to say peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, I pray this has been edifying. Shalom.